Hi, my name's Jazmin Cole and I'm a trainee solicitor and I work at Freeth. Today I'm going to talk to you about my academic and professional experience. So I was born and raised in London and then I moved to Essex during secondary school. I chose art, psychology and geography for my A-levels, and then I went to architecture school at Westminster Uni. I graduated from uni and I worked in practice for a bit, and I just felt like it wasn't for me, and I really enjoyed architecture, but I just found like I wasn't super passionate about it, and I found myself looking at other professions. I realised really quickly that I should act on how I feel, because the worst thing that could happen is to get stuck in something that you don't truly enjoy and always think, what if? So I listened to my gut and I did possibly the scariest thing I've ever done professionally, and that was I quit my job and I applied for completely different jobs. I applied for legal assistance, I applied for legal secretary work, I applied for anything legal because I realised that I wanted to be a solicitor. However, I did not have the right A-levels, I didn't have the right experience, I just had passion and determination. So I became really organised. I created this massive spreadsheet, I listed all the firms I wanted to apply to, I researched them in depth. I just wanted to be really organised. I just wanted to be on top of my game. I wanted to be the best I could possibly be for these interviews. I was lucky enough to get a job at Freeth in their Manchester office. So I packed my car and I drove to Manchester. It took me 5 hours. I'd never been to Manchester before and I felt so overwhelmed. I was in a new city, I had a new job, a new profession. It was a very challenging time. Whilst working in Manchester, I also started the GDL, which is essentially when you want to become a solicitor, you either have to have a law undergrad or you do the GDL, which is the Graduate Diploma in Law, and that's almost like a conversion course into law. So I was doing that part-time, and I was not used to working and studying at the same time. It was really tricky to get into and you have to be really organised. So this was a new skill I developed over time. Being able to work 9 to 5 or work normal working hours Monday to Friday and then pull yourself away from it and do some more work for your academic purposes in the evening or at the weekends. So this was a new cycle that I got into, and quite frankly I'm in my final year of studying now, so I'm still in this cycle of working and studying, but it can be difficult to get into that momentum, but once you're in it, it's really easy to keep on top of it. I was relocated to London in 2018 and I started my LPC, also known as legal practice course, and then I also started my training contract. So I was juggling kind of like a higher demand at work and also a higher demand academically, and this essentially you have to just up your organisational game, but doing the LPC whilst working is a little bit easier because it's essentially a professional course, so you're essentially honing your skills. The two work hand in hand. So if I had anything to say to myself when looking back on my journey, I would tell myself to be more confident in my ability and to trust my struggle, essentially. Trust the struggle of starting your journey and trust that things will not be easy and things won't always go how you expect them to go, and to just learn from it. Pick yourself up, believe in yourself, and don't let that get you down, and just try and use that momentum to push yourself forward even more. It's hard in hindsight to tell myself this, but I think I see it sometimes in the way I am at work when things are hard, or in my academic life at the moment if things are just really tricky. I just see it as a challenge. I see it as a hurdle that I can overcome. I think with COVID and working from home, it's this new layer of difficulty. It's staying on top of your work whilst also looking after your mental health, or also looking after your physical health. So the advice I have to younger people, or just students generally, is to be kind to yourself, look after yourself, stay in touch with the people that you love, and stay in touch with your friends, and try not to let everything get on top of you. If things are getting hard, speak out about it and just reach out to people, because people will be willing to help. You have to let people in, and you have to open up and speak your mind, and don't be afraid. This is a new realm for everybody, and everyone is potentially struggling. So don't feel like you're the odd one out. And what I would say is to trust your struggle, because when you're struggling, you're growing, you're learning, you're taking things on board. And at that time, it may feel really tricky and may feel really hard, but you'll see the benefit of it in the long run. And it's just holding on to your aspirations and what you want to achieve, and use that as momentum to pull you forward to whatever goal you have, big or small. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope that we all get through this tough time at the moment, because we'll all come out stronger at the end of it.